Hello, welcome to Hyper Bikes. My name is Dylan. Congratulations on your new bike day. I'm here to give you some tips and tricks on how to assemble your bike and get riding. Today, we are assembling the Hyper E-Ride mountain bike. First step of assembly is take a 5mm Allen key and loosen up the stem pinch bolts, while keeping the fork brace arch facing forward and the rear brake facing backwards off of the fork. We're going to rotate the stem around to face the front of the bike and loosely tighten the stem bolts while we're assembling the front end of the bike. Next, we're going to loosen the stem faceplate bolts so we can install the handlebar. Grab the handlebar and be sure to put the handlebar into the stem with the controls facing you as the rider. Your shifter will be on the right hand side and the e-bike meter on the left. Put the faceplate over the stem and lightly thread in the bolts a few revolutions until they are all slightly threaded into the stem. Now evenly thread in the bolts, maintaining an equal gap on the stem faceplate above and below. Now that they're evenly tightened on the faceplate, secure them to the torque spec in your manual. Next, install the seat post. Be sure to install the seat post past the minimum insertion line until you can't see it and it is inside the frame. Use the seat post clamp lever and close it until the seat post will not move side to side from the clamping force. Take the front wheel and loosen the axle nuts and pull the safety tabs to the outside of the wheel while keeping the rotor on the left hand side. Pull out the pad spacer and put the fork onto the axle. Make sure that the rotor goes into the caliper and both arms on the fork go onto the axle. Rotate the safety tab to the notch in the fork arm and hand tighten the nut. Do this on both sides. Secure the nut onto the axle with your wrench on both sides. Once you have the stem and handlebar installed, make sure that the stem is in line with the front wheel. Loosen the bolts on the steer on the back of the stem and align the bars with the front wheel so they're all pointing in the same direction. Install the right pedal onto the right crank arm. Take note, the right pedal is standard threaded. Begin threading it on with your fingers and finish using your wrench. Install your left pedal onto the left crank arm. Take note, your left crank arm and left pedal threads on reverse. Spin it to the left with your hands and then finish with your wrench. To adjust the brake calipers, loosen the upper and lower bolt on the brake caliper and move it side to side until it doesn't rub on the outboard pad. To adjust the inboard pad, use a 5mm Allen key and rotate the pad spacer left and right. Adjust your front brake in the same manner using the upper and lower brake caliper bolts and the static pad adjuster on the inside of the brake caliper. Adjust the tension on the brake cable by turning left or increasing tension on the front or rear brake caliper. Use the high limit screw and the low limit screw to set the high cog and the low cog. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to increase tension to limit them further towards the middle of the cassette. Use the barrel adjuster to increase and decrease tension on the rear derailleur cable to adjust the indexing on the rear derailleur. Your UL listed Hyper E mountain bike can be charged from the external port here with your supplied battery charger, or you can also charge it by using the key to remove the battery and charging it from the battery separate from the bike. More batteries can be purchased from us online. To turn on your Hyper E mountain bike, hold the power button for 3 to 5 seconds until the green lights come on. After turning on the battery, come up to the controller and turn it on with the on button. Select through the power modes by selecting the mode button. And then also the walk feature is used by pressing and holding the 6 km/h walk assist button. Secure the front reflector onto the handlebars using a Phillips head screwdriver. Tighten until it is secure. Secure the rear reflector with a Phillips head screwdriver facing to the rear of the bike. Before each ride, make sure that the rear hub axle nuts and the front hub axle nuts are secure, and that the tires are inflated to the proper pressure labeled on the sidewall of the tire. You can fill out your warranty card at the back of the manual. Your serial number will be located underneath the bottom bracket of the bicycle, and mail it in to the address provided. Thank you for joining us today at Hyper Bikes. If you have any questions, please give us a call at our toll-free number and we can help you out. Now go enjoy your bike.